Hello everyone, I am K. Sadashiva. Welcome to my channel KLR Educators. It has been so long we didn't upload any video as I was busy with my work and with my preparation. I request you guys not to leave your home unnecessarily because the second wave is so deadly than the first wave. So guys, it's my personal request that you please take care of your health. Don't leave your houses. Leave only when it is necessary. Okay, because your little carelessness can prove vital to your family and as well as your close one. And also follow all the guidelines that are issued by the government and stay safe at home. So after listening this video, you have to make a running notes for your future reference because these running notes may be useful when you try to revise all the things that you have learned because of this video. And guys, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. So in our previous video, we have discussed about the different press acts that were passed by the British government. Today we are going to discuss the most important act, that is the Vernacular Press Act of 1878. This is one of the most important press acts that was passed by the British. So let's start our today's video. Vernacular Press Act of 1878. It was one of the most important acts of all the press acts that were passed by the British. Yes, this is one of the most important act of all the press acts that were passed by the British. Lord Lytton was the Viceroy of India during this period. So Lord Lytton, he was appointed as the Viceroy of India and he passed this Vernacular Press Act of 1878. So we'll try to understand what are the background reasons why that Lord Lytton has passed this Vernacular Press Act of 1878. During 1877 and 78, Lord Lytton organized a coronation ceremony even when India was suffering because of Great Famine. See, during this period, India was suffering with Great Famine, and Lord Lytton, he was celebrating the coronation ceremony. Means it was a ceremony which was held in New Delhi because King George V, he became the king, the new king of Britain, okay, empire. That's why Lord Lytton, he organized coronation ceremony in Delhi even when India was suffering because of this great famine. 1 crore people were affected, so our press published against the viceroy. See, when people are suffering, you are celebrating the coronation ceremony. Is it justified? Absolutely not. So that's why our press, it was completely publishing against the viceroy because he was celebrating when Indians were suffering. But this act was applicable only on local language paper. See, vernacular, the name itself indicates this act will be applicable only on local language paper. Provision under this act was owner has to sign a bond and should deposit a security deposit of 10,000. So why he has to deposit a security deposit of 10,000? Let's try to learn. If the owner violates this act, then he will be severely punished and he will lose his security deposit. See, if you want to open a newspaper, if you want to run a newspaper, if you want to start a newspaper, so you have to approach the British, you have to sign an agreement, a bond, and then you have to deposit a security deposit of 10,000. If you violate any of the provisions under this act, then you will lose your money and you will be punished according to your mistake. So to escape from this act, owners of vernacular press converted themselves into English press overnight. See, this Vernacular Press Act of 1878 was completely against the morals and values of vernacular press. Means this was completely against the freedom of press in India. Yes or no? This was completely against the freedom of press. The owners of this vernacular press, they didn't like this act. So to escape from this act, they planned something. So what they did, they converted themselves into English press. See, this act is only applicable on local language papers. So if we convert ourselves into English press overnight, tomorrow if Britishers want to punish us, they can't punish because we have converted ourselves into English press and we are no more vernacular press. In this way, the owners of vernacular press, they try to escape from this act. This act was in power up to 1881 until Lord Ripon was appointed as Viceroy of India. So this act was in power up to 1881 until Lord Ripon was appointed as the next Viceroy of India. After Lord Lytton, Lord Ripon was appointed as Viceroy of India. And when he came to India, he repealed this act and he gave some freedom to the press in India. So he repealed this act and gave some exceptions to Indian press. The only reason why Vernacular Act was passed because it has developed and grown on an unprecedented scale since 1857. See, the Indians who are present in India were not educated. Even if they are educated in local language only. So whatever the English papers that are present, they didn't had such popularity as this vernacular press had at that time. Indians were preferring vernacular papers only. And what these papers were printing? They were printing completely against the British government and British policies. So it was giving a negative feeling against the British. So the Britishers didn't like it. So that's why they wanted to impose some restrictions on this vernacular paper. That is why this Vernacular Act was passed, because the popularity was grown for local papers since 1857. After the revolt of 1857, the people started to read only local language papers only because they know only local language. They can't read English. And these local language papers, they were grown on such an unprecedented scale that the Britishers had to do something against this paper. That's why they introduced this Vernacular Act. So let's see some of the provisions Vernacular Act 1878. So under this act, it was the most controversial law against the press. Yes, absolutely, because it was infringing all the freedom that was given to the local papers. Lord Lytton, who was provoked by the writings of the Bengali press, he imposed or he introduced this Vernacular Press Act of 1878. Assumed office when a serious discussion was going on about the need for action against the native press. So he assumed the office when there was serious discussion going on how to take and what kind of action has to be taken against the native press. Vernacular press became vocal and popular. As we have discussed earlier, this press was gaining more and more popularity because when we know local language, we will prefer local papers only. That's why the vernacular press was gaining popularity on an unprecedented scale. It was always criticizing the policies of the British government. So when you frame some false policies, how people will accept it? They will never accept it. That's why this paper, they were always criticizing the policies of the British government. In 1883, Ilbert Bill was passed by Lord Ripon relating to judiciary. See, this was one of the bills that were passed by Lord Ripon, and it gave some of the freedom to Indian judges. Means now Indian judges, they can trial the Englishmen also. So this was one of the provision under this Ilbert Bill, and it was passed by Lord Ripon. So he was giving some of the powers to Indian judges also. But the English they didn't like it, and later this bill was lapsed. So next act is Magistrate Act of 1905. So after the Vernacular Press Act of 1878, we have Magistrate Act of 1905. So under this act, according to this act, the magistrate could confiscate the printing press if any newspaper publish any objectionable content. See, if the magistrate of the district, if he finds that if any paper, if it is printing or publishing any objectionable content, then he can confiscate that paper. Means he can restrict or he can impose some restrictions on that paper. So that was a provision under this Magistrate Act of 1905. Next act is Indian Press Act of 1910. Empowered local government to demand security from keeping of printing press and to forfeit if law broken. This Indian Press Act of 1910, it has given some of the freedom to local newspapers. See, now local government, they gave some powers to these papers. They can print, okay, they can see if you want to open a paper, no need of security deposit, no need of doing anything. Okay, you can run a newspaper easily, and but one provision is there. If you break any law, what is the law? If you write anything against the British government, again they are going to forfeit or going to impose some restrictions on your paper. So that is a provision. But the newspaper owner could appeal to a special tribunal of High Court against forfeiture. This is one of the important points. See, according to this act, imagine if I am running a newspaper. If I write anything against the British government, they will surely impose some restrictions and forfeit my newspaper, right? But for the first time, I too got some power. Means I am a owner and I got a power to appeal in High Court against my forfeiture. Yes or no? if they're going to impose any restrictions. Until now there was no such provision for Indians, but by this act I got some power. Okay, I got some freedom that I can go and appeal in high court against the forfeiture, and they will look after into it. If it is true, then my paper will be forfeited. If it is not, again I can run my newspaper. So in this way, some kind of freedom was given under the Indian Press Act of 1910. So with this, we are done with our today's session. Hope you have understood everything about the Vernacular Press Act of 1878 and Magistrate Act, and later the different acts that were passed by the British. And guys, please make running notes of this video so that it will be easy for you to revise all the things when you are doing your revision. Because when you are doing your revision, you have to spend very less time. You have to do smart work. That is why please make running notes in such a way that your revision takes very less time. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And again I'm telling you, please stay home. Okay, stay home, don't go out unnecessarily. Take care of yourself, of your family and your close ones. So thanks for watching my video. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind.